Well, hello, Virgo. Welcome to your February reading. I hope you are doing amazing. I'm going to adjust myself for a second. Okay. So, happy Valentine's Day and all that jam. We made it into the second month of the year. I'm going to pull the first two cards to see what the energy is first. So, we have Priest in the upright, facilitates spiritual commitments, serves as a channel of spiritual connection. Beautiful. And Oracle, wait for important information. So during this time in February, Virgo, you're not jumping to conclusions. I feel like you're just following. It's interesting because it's like you're following your heart, you're following your intuition and seeing where it leads you instead of making assumptions or thinking bad things. I feel like you're just allowing the flow to happen in February, which is great. It also means that you're going to experience things or feel things that you possibly haven't felt before. Okay. So let's jump into the rest and see what we got for you. Okay. Okay, Virgo, more cards for you. So we're going to start off with the first chakra, which is the root chakra. And then we have Warrior of the Heart. The sixth chakra, which is the third eye. Yes. And then we have Meadow, Vulnerability, Optimism, and Milky Way, Perspective. Interesting. Virgo, this is very new energy for you, but I don't feel like there's fear around it, right? There's a realization that in February that life is good for you, right? I feel like life is good for you, and you're like, you know what? I need to be open to feeling my emotions or opening myself up to new experiences. A lot of this has to do with love. A lot of this has to do with connecting with others and not being afraid, a lot of you have healed from old fears when it comes to love or opening yourself up to new experiences. And I feel like this is you being like, okay, let's make some new mistakes, Okay. So you're following your intuition a lot in February, and your spirituality. And this could mean that you have gotten deeper into your spirituality, listening to your intuition, realizing that there's more to life than just the material, or just, like what's around you. There's that energy in the ether, that you can't explain, but you feel something for it, i.e., your intuition. Yeah. And allowing yourself to be open and vulnerable enough to explore that. And by doing that, you gain a new perspective on love, on life, on your decisions, on your mindset. This is interesting, Virgo, because it feels like it's not planned for you. It's just how the tide is rolling, how the cookie crumbles, really. Earth signs have had a lot of beginner sort of child in energy, but yours is based solely on spirituality and being driven by your intuition. Okay. So we're going to start off with the Knight of Wands, the Hangman, or the Hanged One, the Star, Lovers, wow, Nine of Pentacles, Six of Swords, the High Priestess, the Knight of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles. February leads you with the Nine of Pentacles, it tells me that you're very sure of yourself. I feel like your money, your living situation is good. It's sort of like that realization, like, I'm an independent person. I've done very good by myself. Hence, I think I can make good decisions. You know, I think that I can explore the world and not be afraid of what will happen because I know how to pick myself up by the bootstraps. And I don't have any anything lingering over me, you know. I can explore different areas and like expand out. Especially with the Knight of Wands, Virgo, it's very exploratory energy. I feel like you're focused on one thing, love, wanting to find your person. Some of you have a person in mind and you're like, I'm going to open myself up to them. I'm going to see what this is about. It could be a friend as well. It's just a really deep connection to something. It could be a connection to your spirituality, to a higher power, to a church of some sort, meditating, journaling. It's like something that feels like a very deep connection to you. Some of you, it is a person. Okay. Hopes and dreams. This is a good time to write down some hopes and dreams, even if they sound way too big or way too optimistic. I feel like this is a good time to sort of explore those or step out of that cave and step out into the world and try to make those dreams happen or explore them, see what can come of them. It's just about getting some action and moving forward for you, Virgo. You're very connected to your intuition as well. You're going to make some sort of, this sounds really crazy, okay? But I feel like you're going to make some outlandish choice. Like a decision that is not something you would normally choose or something you wouldn't normally do, but your intuition is telling you to take a step in that direction. I see you changing up your routine as well. There's parts of your routine that you're keeping, the parts that have to do with self-care, the parts that you need, like as a person, like if you're an introvert, you need time to yourself. I see you keeping those parts to yourself. Like that's not something you're changing, but I feel like you're changing up your routine to just get new energy in. I don't see any other reason, honestly, besides to get new energy in or explore new horizons for yourself. Okay. Two of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Strength, Wheel of Fortune, Page of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Temperance, and the Moon. There's some sort of connection I see for you, Virgo. This could be a relationship and it could be a deep friendship as well. I'm getting this like no holds bar with this. So it's like exploring what this is, where it's going. Not being afraid or putting some sort of block on it because of society or because of fear of what has happened to you in the past. You're just exploring connections. It's interesting because you're either going to find a soulmate or a very close friend, like a soulmate, you know? It's like you're allowing yourself to feel, you're allowing yourself to dig deeper in a connection or in a relationship. And a lot of this is based on the fact that it's been good to you so far. Um like you can have fears and you can be afraid, but it's been good to you. You don't see a reason to turn around. Your intuition is like, something is here, I need to explore it. I feel a connection or something here that I didn't think that I would. Yeah, I think the thing about this is you didn't see it coming. Um this feels very organic and natural. There's nothing you can really do about it. It's just what's going on, you know? This is a new step forward for you and this person, friend or intimate connection. I do feel like there was some hesitancy at first, but there's too many possibilities. It's like you stopped yourself from seeing something that was there. Now you're not stopping yourself anymore. I do feel like there has been some confusion with you about what you can accomplish and what you can do. And there's something in February about you realizing that you have all this power and you can create these things and you have this strength, and there's no need for you to be afraid or be scared. And you're starting something, whether this is a business or going for a new job opportunity, trying to get that house, trying to get that car, trying to get that loan. It just feels like you're not hanging on something anymore. It's okay to have a dream and it's okay to realize a dream, and it's not going to happen immediately. Small steps are better than none. And be very patient with yourself in that process. February, you seem very strong in yourself and who you are. This is why you're ready to venture out, start new things, bring new situations into your life, and not being afraid. I do not see anything being afraid here. I see you needing to be patient with yourself, but I don't see any fear. It's like you're open to growing and to nurturing new ideas and new situations around you. Things have not always been the best in the past. And a lot of this had to do with you not speaking your mind. The moment that you start speaking your mind, Virgo, in February, saying, like, being honest, being truthful, being authentic, things start to turn around. And it kind of reminds me of anxiety a little bit, where you're like, if I say this, I'm focusing on all the details. What could go wrong? What's happening? Is this the wrong direction? Should I have done something different? But you're so secure in yourself in February that I feel like you're able to open up, you know. And it's important not to take offense either, because it's a process, right? It's a process of, I'm saying this, it may hurt your feelings, I'm sorry, but let me explain to you what I mean. It's not in a malicious tone. Don't say, well, this is how I feel, and end it. You know, try to be amicable. And I feel like that's what the high priestess is bringing to this conversation, is thinking of things in a higher perspective, as a collective and not just as your own. Think big, reach for the stars, be patient with yourself, especially when starting new projects. We talked about that. Yeah, you're just moving forward in life, right? It's one of those things where we evolve, bad things have happened, things are not perfect, and that's okay. I just see that you're moving forward, you know, trying your best not to focus so hard on the details and the little minute things, and understand that, you know, you don't know everything. It's all a journey of exploration and finding things out. You're going to see that there are things you need to change, or maybe shadow work problems that come up that maybe haven't been triggered before, and you're just going to walk through them. Um, you're going to have problems in that area opening up, because it kind of feels like the vulnerability sort of makes you stop and sort of try to protect yourself. But be open and be vulnerable, because that's what's helping you move forward. Okay, that's what's helping you pave a new path. Okay. 5 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords, Queen of Swords. This card wants to come out, so I let it. 10 of Wands. Ooh. The Hierophant. 2 of Cups. 4 of Pentacles again. Justice. 8 of Swords, Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, and the Fool. Okay. I feel like there are some changes happening at work, and you don't feel heard or sort of pushed to the side. Like maybe you don't matter, your opinions don't matter, or like you're just a cog in the wheel, and you're feeling some sort of way about it. I feel like your first initial action was to like do something or leave or make some sort of drastic decision. But you decided to stick it out. You decided to stick it out because you don't have enough information and you don't know what's going on. But there's something in you that's telling you that it's more to the story. And the truth will come out later. Okay. And then, and when the truth comes out, it's better than you think. It's not, it doesn't leave you frozen in fear. Okay. It just means that you're like, okay, I need to make some adjustments or make some new decisions, but it's not bad. Like you have to make a big change in your life. You're seeing the importance in February in communicating with others properly to get a situation to move forward, right? So there's an aspect of speaking your mind, and there is an aspect of speaking your mind properly or clearly, sort of like reading the room. So you're learning how to read the room correctly. I do feel like it I do feel like it's a little hard for you, because I feel like you've always sort of done it in a way where you're like, okay, this is what I want, this is what I'm saying, you know. It's sort of like just because someone doesn't agree with what you're saying doesn't mean that they don't validate what you're saying. If you don't understand that, this is what I'm talking about. Figure out what that means. So yeah, letting go of holding on to things, grudges, and situations too tightly, and being open and vulnerable to other perspectives will change everything for you. It will. Moving forward, speaking your mind, or stepping forward with friendships or love connections, the more that you get comfortable in doing that, the easier it is, the more it feels right. It's like having a crush when you're in high school and you're afraid to speak to that crush. You get nervous. The more you talk to them, the more you see them as an individual, you know, like a person instead of a dream. So it becomes easier. That's what it feels like to me. It feels like this is becoming easier for you to do. And you're able to clear out all the confusion about what they think, what is, and what's next, because you're able to see more clearly, to be more confident, to move forward, to open up more. I would say if you're afraid, because I see you getting more and more afraid, not afraid, but the more that you start to build, or a person starts to be more of a pillar in your life, um, I see you being like, what if I moved too fast? What if this wasn't the right decision? What if I should have waited, or something like that? Like, kind of anticipating or being nervous that you created a situation that could turn bad. Listen to your intuition, okay? What you're feeling right now is just you being afraid because it isn't the status quo. It's not the normal way of doing things. So that's why that little piece of doubt comes out. I, I see you speaking your mind a lot. Um, there's a situation in your life. It could be anything, but there's a situation in your life that's not fair. That's the easiest way to express it. It feels to you like it's not fair. Like maybe it's a bad luck situation, or you're feeling like it's going to turn into a bad luck situation because things have changed than how it normally is. Um don't go saying things you're going to regret because you don't have all the information yet. I feel like that has to do with work, though. Yeah, cuz it's so interesting. It's like you are like gung ho, I want to say this, I want to do this. I want to talk about how these changes are affecting me and how I don't like it, or how I see something coming and I want to protect myself before it goes bad. Um, Hold on to making those decisions or jumping off that cliff just yet, especially when it comes to work and career. Yeah, there's something happening in that situation that you don't see. And you will find out. I said that earlier. You will find out, the decision will be made, because I feel like there's some sort of decision or something that's taking place. Um, and you may have to make a sacrifice, like pick up an extra hour or something. I'm just using that for example, but it won't be bad for you. If you look at the other side of the coin, it's like, oh, I'll make more money. Okay, it won't affect you as much. Like, there will be a change, and of course you can complain about there being a change, but it's not going to be bad for you. Okay. Okay. All right, let's see what spirit has for you, Virgo. Don't let pride get in your way. Yes. Like I said, you're full of all this independent energy. Like, you're like, I got this. I'm making it happen. I'm confident. And that's great. Nothing's the matter with that. Um, but I feel like that confidence is there to sort of close out you being anxious or scared to move or to open up and be vulnerable, and to start a new phase where you can create something positive and beautiful. And I feel like this has a lot to do with you changing your mindset. It just feels like you're wise, believe it or not. Okay, so we have coffin, dog, and tree. So there is a sort of death in your life in February. Like, you're changing. You're laying down what doesn't work, and you're moving forward with what does work, and sort of revamping and reestablishing the things that don't work into situations that do work for you, right? Um, so it feels very because I'm seeing eyes open. It feels very eye opening, and it's like you're gonna see. Spirit just wants you to know that you're gonna see what you needed to see before. It's very interesting, Virgo, because your energy is like, it was always there. You just had a blind eye or like a filter on it. So you weren't really paying attention or seeing it for what it was. But now you are seeing it. And now you're able to grow it, establish. Like you have something established, and now you can see how important it is in your life. For some of you, it's a person. For some of you, it's solely just your spirituality and your intuition, and being able to trust that, and being able to be confident to move forward in it. Okay? Well, Virgo, I love you, and I will talk to you later. Happy Valentine's Day.